Hello and welcome to Garblag Games. I'm Pete the Game Master.
Ariel, the taller than everybody else elf.
Hi, I'm Leon, and I play Boomer, the Alchemist Goblin.
And I'm Simon, another Simon, and I'm playing Ak, the half-orc barbarian, who just happens to look taller than the elf.
But when you measure them up, the elf is taller. But when you stand
He
back,
is taller.
they
I just
the other way.
look bigger.
Yeah.
When you stand us both upon the corpses we have killed, Axe stands.
Axe taller, yeah.
Axe taller.
And they're on fire. Because I'm Ben, and I'm playing Rubric, the seer elf of the Flame Oracle. Muhahaha.
I got really thrown then because the sound started coming through because I'm listening on YouTube. And then I could hear Simon while he was doing his direction, and I was like, oh wait, I can't hear my cue. And then Simon paused after me. I thought, oh god, I think I'm on mute. I think I've just messed it all up, but I hadn't. So
You haven't until now. But anyway, excellent. So before we do a recap of I believe is this episode 7?
Is it 8? 7?
I think it was 6
7.
last time, so it's 7 this time.
That makes
So
sense.
we have a few very brief announcements. So first off, we are Twitch affiliate. So please, if you are an Amazon Prime customer, you get 1 free Twitch subscription per month. Please subscribe. Click that button somewhere above or below Ak's head or Ak on the screen, somewhere around there. If you're an Amazon Prime customer, that can be done for free. It doesn't cost you anything. Support the show and helps us to do more shows, get more going, and just keep improving this for all of you wonderful people out there. We did a giveaway last week, and I believe Jason, our winner, is in the chat right now watching. So thank you very much, Jason, for entering our competition. It was an amazing evening the other night. I got in contact I found out where Jason lives, and I'm not going to reveal Jason's home address, although it's going to be in the comments. I found out where Jason lives, and he's in the US, and we're in the UK. So I thought, rather than giving the money to Amazon, I thought at this time a small, friendly local gaming store could do with a bit of a boost. Probably a difficult time for those kinds of stores. I've heard of several that have had to go under and fold and close because of the social distancing that's going on. So I reached out to the Game Chateau, and they very kindly checked their stock and saw that they had a copy of the Pathfinder 2 core rulebook, and funds were exchanged. And I believe Chris from Game Chateau personally drove the book to Jason's house that night. Within sort of 40 minutes of payment being received, Jason had his book, and there's a nice picture on Twitter of him holding it up, and absolutely amazing, great. And thank you, Jason, for entering the competition, and well done for winning. Fenmuir has said, are you using 3D in Roll20? I wish. We're fudging isometric maps. Cool. Our next update is that next week we won't be playing Pathfinder 2 Tears of the Dreamer on Thursday night. We will be playing Carbon 2185 Chrome Dystopia. That is going to start next week. Ben's really looking forward to that one. And there may be some associated stuff that we get to announce alongside that as well, but I will hold off on that for now. We're also starting up a Star Wars West End Games D6 old school game very soon on Wednesday nights. Dan, who was in our Star Trek show, will be running that one. And Ben, I believe you are next week.
Yes, I'm starting another Pathfinder game. So there will still be weekly Pathfinder. It'll just be alternating Tuesdays, Thursdays, Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Excellent.
I'm starting Path of the Pilgrim, homebrew desert setting.
Excellent.
Very exciting.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to change the title of this game.
Oh, yeah. It's still done
what
as
is it
retro gaming
currently?
RPGs.
It's currently retro RPG gaming. I'm still getting used to all the different things I have to do as a one-man producer of this show. Anyway, I'll do that in a
We can do
moment.
it old school RPG style.
When someone's
So-
doing a recap, I will change
Bagsy,
that
not me.
via the phone. Don't forget, you can get re-rolls. If you get 1,000 Garblag Groats, our version of channel points, you can earn a re-roll, and you can buy one of the team a re-roll. Just comment in the hashtag in the chat on Twitch. Sorry, YouTubers. Who you want to get a reroll, and then that person effectively in this show will get a hero point. In our other shows, it will work in different ways, but in Pathfinder 2, it will be a hero point that they will get to use. Excellent. So that's great. So I think that's about everything. Oh, smoothly moves. I have 2k points ready for when Ben can't vault a knee-high wall again.
Hey,
Harkening back to episode 1.
That last time I jumped a 15-foot chasm in a single bound heroically.
That was very cool. I reckon
Very
flames
heroic.
sparked off your shoes as you
Yeah.
went as well.
Okay, so
Probably
I'm going to
wasn't
roll
15 feet.
1d4 for who's going to do the recap. 1 Varial, 2 Boomer, 3 Rubric, 4 Ak. Variel.
Yes.
Simon.
Okay, it's me.
Yep.
So basically, we all did stuff in the camp and Ak killed shit. Isn't that what happened? So last week we were in the camp. We finished picking up all of the pieces of scales, and then we went back into the camp to prepare ourselves before we did this section of the campaign. So whilst we were in camp, a few of us found some cool items. Me and Boomer. And Ak ran around picking up all the other scales because, well, he's got nothing else to do really. He's an orc, isn't he? As if he thinks that often.
Can't speak orc, can he?
Yeah, no. So he ran around doing that, and
That
I
was
think
hilarious.
the dreamer was having a dream. So yes. And that's pretty much what happened. And then I got an absolute ton of hero points, which is why on the map I'm further forward than everyone else.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
We got to the end of the campaign, and I basically
That was
had to roll
Leon's
lots
fault,
of dice until I got a critical success, so I could sneak up behind this soldier. And now I'm like, why did I do that? That's so stupid.
I think you were
Where's
giddy.
Ak?
You had like 7 hero points, didn't you? And you were like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I've got to use
Well, you
them,
now
but,
have 1. You
Yeah.
all
You
have
did it
one
for the
hero point.
reason you
I'm looking
always
back
do things
going,
because
how
it's
close
funny.
is Ak? Where's Ak? Ak's like a mile away. And it's like, that's okay.
It won't take him long.
You've got more armor than you know what to do with.
That's-
You know
No
what?
one's gonna
very
hit
true.
you.
That's very
Now
true.
I have got more armor.
Yeah.
So yes, I do have armor, and I have. So that's kind of.
You've got armor and a magic sword. You don't even
I
need me.
have-
I'm going off to the
I
corner to have a bit of a nap.
I have armor and a magic sword, but to be honest, I'd rather have an axe than armor and a magic sword. Frankly, your axe does so much damage.
Should we do a little recap of our characters just briefly? Because we're at episode 7 now. We may have a couple of new viewers. Everyone may not be aware of all the pertinent things about characters.
Okay. Well, I'll go first.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
So basically, Variel started with being a more dexterous based character, but as in realizing how hard these guys are in Roll20, I'm now in half plate armor, with instead of a small nimble type sword and shield, I've now got a bigger sword and a few magic items to help me stay alive.
Okay.
I tried using a bow and stuff like that, but it's actually quite clunky to change between, and it's,
Yeah.
really,
I
if
think
you're going to
that's
use a bow,
quite realistic, though.
you need to be stood on a battlement shooting people.
Yeah, or
all
behind
the
a
time.
barbarian.
And actually, if you're watching lots of programs, the bowman, if you get within about 10 feet of him, he's running away, isn't he? And that's probably how it should be. So, and my role in the game, or my role in this campaign, is I have to keep Rubric alive. That's my mission.
Mhm.
And being a character that lives 1,000 years, I don't really care about anyone who isn't an elf, because you're not really worth putting the effort into. Do you know what I mean? You'll be dead in 15 minutes.
And
That's just natural.
That's kind of the theme of the elves as well, from Ledrya, not from everywhere else, but from Ledrya, the region you're from, and
Yeah.
Feniriath, the capital city. They're kind of in their mountain home, looking down at everyone else, going, "Have your busy little lives quickly. We will be here, understanding the magic of above."
Yeah.
Okay, Leon.
I thought we were going to go in height order.
Oh, stature.
So I believe it's Ak next.
We can go in height order if you want to.
Ack is a simple fellow. He's a half-orc
agree.
barbarian. He's just wandering along. He's been asked to protect Variel, and so to travel with them is because he is a barbarian. He is more attuned to the forests and the ways of the land than these sort of city-loving people. So
Yeah.
he's there to be partly a guide, partly a protection for them in these wild and dangerous lands. He's
Effective.
yeah, he's large. I mean, it's on the rules basing, he's got giant instinct. So he's a big, bulky half orc. He looks almost orcish. And he lumbers round. He carries this huge axe with him. Looking around, protecting these guys and collecting the interesting wildflowers he finds upon the way.
Cool. Next in
Well, I'll be
height order.
next in height, won't I? Wow, that makes a refreshing change for me. Usually last in height. Can't see that when I'm on camera, but I'm tiny. Variel is not me. That's another guy. Rubric is a seer elf, very androgynous looking person of some kind with white hair. He's, theys, she's, it's a noble by descent, so they tend to wear fine clothes, well made. Don't really care about money. Money has been kind of, the others keep picking it up, and like, whatever, it's some money. I'm sure it'll be there when we need it. So Rubric cares nothing for sort of financial gain, but is unbelievably obsessed with this vision of the end of times and being able to avoid it where possible and lean into it where necessary. So this whole quest for Rubric has been about trying to find answers to this vision of the end of the world that has shaped their entire persona. And the Leviathan is like the gift that keeps giving, because the Leviathan keeps giving more and more cryptic clues as to what the purpose of Rubric is, which just lead to more questions. So as Rubric learns more, they know less, which is fantastic.
And Boomer is the shortest in the party as a goblin. So Boomer's
But great
a goblin
in
alchemist.
stature.
Yes, I was going to make a joke that saying, "Oh, actually, we went in reverse."
Wider
order of importance.
visions.
Boomer was a war veteran where he served as a medic in his unit, took part in different sieges and battles and things. But that's he's just very intelligent, so he got into the whole alchemy side of things, but was focusing on healing. He's very focused on crafting things and carrying on his experimentation with chemicals, but then also more practical crafting like woodwork and things like that. He is along this adventure as kind of on a healing medical kind of thing, although he does drop a lot of bombs. And he's very recently discovering quite a love of poisons.
Oh yeah, there was some centipede venom, wasn't there?
Yeah, so he's starting to learn that as well as
That's good,
knowing the ways of how to heal people, he can learn how to hurt people as well with
Yeah.
his chemical concoctions.
That's great, because you went to great lengths to stab that guy, didn't you? And then eventually Ack just ran up and chopped his head off. And I think you said, "Oh, that's how the poison works." It's a poison of summoning Ack.
Yeah, that would be a good poison.
Yeah. No, cool.
It's a poison of bad luck because Ack notices you.
Yeah. And the four of you, we had found your way into this kind of underground series of caverns and chambers, almost dungeon-like, after the tower that you'd gone to had collapsed down into the earth, into these natural caverns and caves that have been expanding, wearing down the area, and the tears of the dreamer, as they're called, that have fallen down and smashed into the ground. They've fallen down from Glorim above. Have kind of destabilized this area further, and you've kind of made your way down in here. And when you went down, you saw old construction with kind of runes and carvings on that were dedicated to Serycron, who is the sun, the power that is the sun. And it looked like some old kind of temple structure or something, or a dedication area, so maybe holy ground or something. But now it's ruined, obviously, and this is from maybe hundreds, thousands of years ago. You don't know. And you went through this big archway and into this area, and you heard ahead some hobgoblins and a bugbear, and they were standing next to a large. Here we go. Do you see that?
Yep.
Yep. A large hole in the ground, which looks like it is deliberately fashioned, not like a crack or anything. This is a carved and properly made pit.
Well,
yeah, it's too big to. I mean, if it's a well, it's for someone pretty big, because it's like 15 to 20 feet across. So it's like a big hole in the ground, and around it there are small statuettes dotted around the edge. I mean, on the image they look a bit like teeth, but they're actually little statues which you can't make out from where you are. There's a bugbear with long rope tied off somewhere, and they're doing that thing where they, helping someone rappel down by putting it over their one arm and under the other, kind of thing, to aid their, control their descent. And there's a
We
hobgoblin.
get over there and it turns out that they're like garden gnomes just fishing into this giant well. I'm going to be most unimpressed.
And there is a hobgoblin who is like barking orders and watch out, don't drop him down there. I don't want you to drop him, to such effect. And the bugbear was not very happy about being shouted at. And Variel had become aware of these kind of bow-wielding guards further afield in the chamber, who were sort of wandering around, keeping an eye out, not very effectively, as Variel managed to sneak all the way up next to one and boink, boink, touch him on the shoulder. At which point the hobgoblin turned around like, "Blah!" And we all need to roll initiative.
Remember to select your
Select
Select your
character.
token.
Don't
Thank
forget
you.
to select your token.
Perfect.
Wow, I didn't roll 10.
Woohoo.
Okay.
It must be broken. What's wrong with you?
Right. So Fenmuir has asked. I never thought to make an isometric map for Roll20 on YouTube. Yeah. So you have to turn the grid off, and you have to, agree with everyone beforehand how you're going to mark out where people are. Right. I need 3 bug.
I think the
hobgoblin
isometric
initiative.
map looks so much better. I really quite enjoy playing on this kind of a map.
It was my first time on Roll20. I just thought this was normal, and it does look awesome.
Thank you. I thought I'd have a go at it, and it paid off. What am I doing? I'm trying to enter numbers. Did you? Oh, not
Need to find a
him.
sci-fi equivalent of Incarnate, though, don't we?
Well, do you know what I found?
Do tell us.
Shadowrun Revisited. There's a level editor. I'm building Carbon 2185 isometric maps.
Ooh.
Yes, it's very, very cool. I'm very excited. I've got to finish the first one off for next week. Okay. You can probably see those rolls, can't you?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
They did pretty well, didn't they?
Fairly well.
Quick off the mark, those hobgoblins.
Just bear with me 2
Sergeants and
minutes.
27. Wow.
What? Hobgoblins? Where?
No, we figured out that you can actually see beyond 60 feet.
Okay.
It's fine. Variel will deal with them.
Back. Yeah, I'll
Then-
I'll deal with them.
And then we'll get actions.
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Variel gets like 3 attacks.
Yeah,
That's
it's
3
fine.
hobgoblins, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could take them. He's got a magic sword and super armor.
I think you did
We're
tell us
in
last
the
week.
dark. They can probably only see him. They don't even know
Right,
we're there.
So,
And they don't know I'm here either.
oh, cancel.
That's true.
Cancel. I nearly just removed all the initiative numbers.
Oh.
It would have been horrible. Okay.
The mushrooms on the map are the ones that are the screamers, aren't they? The
Yes,
ones we
they
can see.
are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're designed that you can't actually go anywhere without going within like 2 squares of any of them.
Yeah, it's 2 squares.
Yeah. Gotta avoid them.
And you need to make some, I think, the stealth roll that Variel
I
made
had to pass.
was enough. I mean, you rolled a 20,
Yeah.
didn't you? So you made a critical success. So you got past the screamers
Yeah.
and up to the hobgoblin. It was just like an amazing. I mean, you used 4 hero points to do it.
I
so
did. I rolled 4
you know,
times.
and it's the
yes.
end of the session, so it was fun.
Yeah.
So right. Okay. So
Reality warped itself around you so that actually you were standing there the whole time.
Yeah, that's it.
You didn't actually move there. You just were there.
Okay. Everyone make perception rolls.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. In your face, eyesight.
10.
Okay.
That was not a good perception roll.
Ack. You hear a door open in the distance.
Okay.
That's and some footsteps from. Oh no, you probably can't see that. I'm in a different layer. From in that through that archway, and faintly echoing round here.
Okay.
Okay, so first the sergeant. He's actually we're going to have it so the sergeant and the they're all surprised, aren't they? So we need to go through to the first of you guys, which is
It's got to be Variel.
Variel. I mean, Boomer and Variel are on the same initiative. So what we'll do is we'll say Variel goes first, and then Boomer will just immediately go after, and then because it's got them in alphabetical order, so
Yeah.
we can say that happens. So Variel, go for it.
Okay. Character sheet.
Fenmoir on YouTube. We're not moving on from Pathfinder 2. We're moving to every other week, and then we're going to slot Carbon 2185 in between. Right, what are we up to, Variel? Ho ho! Okay, so he's got his bow. He's flat-footed, so his AC is 16 right now. So you've hit, doing 6 points of damage.
How can that's so I roll so badly? I just don't roll
It's
very
just
well at all.
it's roll 20. It doesn't like you.
You did hit him.
Okay, right.
13.
So
it's not too bad.
you swing and you hit him. He takes damage. That was a bad damage roll, but you also miss because you're -5 on that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I know.
So what do you want to do with your final action?
So
Remember, he's got bow and arrow as well. So if he
Yeah.
were to try and fire at you, you would get an attack of opportunity with your reaction.
Yeah. So my final one is I am going to.
Don't forget your special thing you have.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
But it will count as a third attack.
Yes, but I don't need to hit because essentially you it doesn't stop me from picking the thing up and throwing it. It just means I might miss.
Yeah.
I'm still picked up and thrown it.
Yeah,
it's still going to make a noise. It's still going to make a distraction.
Okay, right. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to take. I'm going to.
What are you using?
I'm going to look at the fire.
Mhm.
Right, and then I'm going to fling something out the fire over towards the screamer. That's parallel with the sergeant.
This one?
See, that's the one.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and.
So you're going to try and attack the screamer. We'll term it like that so that we get Let me get the armor class of the screamer up.
Yeah.
Here we go, or shrieker, or whatever they call them in this.
Shouty mushroom guy.
Or is it a hazard?
Okay. Well, I got 28.
Right. Minus 10 will still hit.
18.
Yes, absolutely.
So basically, I've just
a shrieker is armor class 12.
Yes, I'll beat him.
Yep, definitely.
That was a really woeful set of damage rolls, by the way, Variel.
And he did 4 damage.
Yeah, but especially when you consider that I get +3 to the damage roll.
Yeah. No, those you roll the 3 and 2 1s.
Well, if it's red, that means you rolled a 1. So
Yeah. I rolled the 3 and 2 1s when I could have done 20 points of damage, and I've actually done 6.
Oh well, I'm sure that throughout the game it will balance out,
It's
and
fine.
over the whole series there'll be one episode where you're doing like
Yeah.
rolling 20s and max damage every time. Okay.
No, so with the amount of damage Act does, they tend not to last very long. I just toy with them until Act turns up, and they get this sense of like, oh, we're gonna win, and then Act just goes. Okay, so basically so I've just thrown something from the fire
Sure.
to hit that screamer.
Yes. Okay, and there's a screech noise. What range does it? Sonic damage to creatures within 30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So they're both within the scream.
Yeah.
So they are going to make a DC 16 basic fortitude save. So let's get out their character sheets. So the sergeant is the same as a hobgoblin, but he gets +2 on this. So he saved. So he takes half, and I'll roll it in a second. And then let's get the bugbear out. And yeah, they both take half.
Does the bugbear drop the rope?
I'm going to make a roll.
That would be so funny.
So this is the.
So
they take 3 points of damage each.
Okay.
3 and -3. Okay, so for our viewers, the sergeant is considered an elite soldier, which has particular rules and bonuses that they get to just pip them up above a regular guy without going into the next challenge rating. Okay, that's done that. Let's have a strength bugbear. Let's make a. He's going to make
Just saying, once again, fire does more damage than stabbing.
Yes. He's going to make an athletics roll to keep a hold of the rope.
Nice.
What do we roll? 25.
25.
It's like almost lets go of it, but keeps a hold of it. Bloody shriekers! Okay, cool. Boomer.
Oh, I wasn't ready. Okay, right.
Oh, hey, Dungeon Musings. How are you doing?
Let's get in there. I was trying to think of things to do to the bugbear. I was like, sneaky things. Sneaky goblin thoughts.
Yeah,
I was like,
what
if he was stuck to the rope and then the rope became a lot heavier? Sneaky goblin
zoom
thoughts.
in a little bit. Is that good for our viewers? Maybe out.
This is really embarrassing. I'm going to check my movement because
25.
No, I can go more than 25.
No, it's 30, unless you're in some specifically heavy armor.
No, some people have
30.
got little legs.
Is it 30?
Oh,
Okay.
little legs.
I can't see where it is, but I remembered it. Yeah, 30 feet. Yeah.
Okay, doke.
Right. It's embarrassing. I was playing a different character 2 days ago. I got confused between the two of them. I was like, wait a minute.
Aren't you playing a monk in the other game?
Boomer. Yeah,
it's probably like 50 feet or something. It's like
something very, very silly.
Yeah.
Okay, and the screamer range was the square next to them.
You know about shriekers.
Yeah, exactly.
So they have a 10.
I'm a smart goblin. I'm a smart goblin.
A creature or light source approaches within 10 feet.
Within 10. Okay. Yep. Sneaky goblin times. Right. 3, 4.
Didn't you work out how to disarm them?
You can slowly approach them.
Yes.
I think you can stealthily approach them and try to slash them.
Cut the air sac.
I'm going to try and do that. So is it stealth roll?
Yes, you need
I'm going to try and go for that one that's straight in front of me. How do I click the map to make it?
Just hold
down.
I'm going to go for that one.
There you go. Oh, that one. Which colour are you?
Orange is me.
Oh, I'm blue.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I can see that. Okay, you're going to go for that one.
Yeah, so I want to stealthily approach that one.
Leon, Boomer also knows that once they shriek, it's a minute before they can do it again.
Yeah.
Which is 10 rounds.
Mm.
Which would probably effectively rule them out of the combat.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe we just throw a rock at them or something. Is that what you're
Potentially.
saying?
However, Barial is within 30 feet of that Shrieker.
And if
Oh,
the
so that one.
Can the Shriekers set off other Shriekers?
No, it's it's basically if it's
movement thing,
physically
isn't it?
interacted with or movement
Okay.
or like a strong
But-
light.
You could probably set off these two without doing anything to Varial, and then we can go past up that side.
Okay, I'll try and can I find a
30
rock near me
30 foot,
and try and lob one there?
It's a 30-foot radius.
Yes.
Yeah, both of them will catch us.
Yeah. If you touch anything in here, if you touch anything in
God, it's almost like
in here,
It's a minefield.
you'll all get done for.
yeah.
Let's just turn around and go and get the go and get the scales. Yeah.
Okay, so we're back to stealth then. Okay, then I'm going to
You
try
can do
and
it, Boomer.
stealthily approach to here.
Okay.
So that way, at least I'm adjacent to these two, and I can then try to.
So
Disarm them.
so you're going to make a stride while stealthing.
Yeah. So let me move and then do my roll.
You're not going to go for the blue one in the middle.
No, going for those two first. Okay. Stealth roll, yeah.
Yes, please.
Come on, Boomer. Oh!
Whoa!
All
I'm
my
guessing
little
it's
goblin
I
flasks
guess
are
it's gonna
jingling
be
and jangling.
the first hero point usage of the. Are you going to use a hero
Oh yeah,
point to
go on then.
reroll?
I'm gonna hero
Yeah?
point it.
Okay.
And let's see.
No
So
hero
far,
points always.
Yeah.
yeah,
exactly
apart
the same
from
roll.
when you had 8 hero points, no hero point has
Yeah.
ever saved
Yeah,
us.
the first
Here we
three
go.
were exactly the same as the.
Oh!
First hero point.
Okay,
that went
so
for
you're
the campaign.
sneaking up, and
Boomer.
one of your vials slips off your belt, but you reach down and catch it, and then sneak it back onto your belt, and make your way. And you can see these two. There's lots of fungus and mushrooms around, but you can clearly see these two shriekers either side of you. You're now in an overlapping field of shrieking. If you were to set them off.
Do I cut the red mushroom or the blue mushroom?
Get the point.
Do I need to do any kind of dex roll? Crafting?
It's a survival roll.
Survival.
Because if you
Is it?
fail, that's going to clip you around the ear.
I
Right.
would be willing to let you use nature, but with a slightly higher DC. So I'm going to say it's either a DC 18 survival or a DC 20 nature.
18.
18? I ain't
Yes.
gonna roll no 18.
Yep.
Bring it on. Boomer.
No. If you roll an 18, you know to basically walk away and not come near the shriekers. It's a wisdom check.
Oh my god. Yeah, I shouldn't have tried this. Okay, nature, please.
Okay.
You can do
Do
a
it.
prepared. You can prepare, can't you? You can do like a prepared attack. Can you not
It's
give yourself
not-
a bonus by spending more actions to do it?
No.
Well, that was a
18.
question, Pete.
Okay.
I said no. I said no.
He said no.
Hey, Jeff. Janov. How you doing?
Cut the mushroom.
How's all the Zweihander stuff going? Oh!
Bam, boom.
I
Oh,
believe
dear.
at this point I shall spend 1,000 Garblag groats. To
Hey!
get a roll.
No, I won't do it, Ben. Don't waste the points.
You're going to do it.
Do it.
Oh, there you go. Hashtag Boomer. There you go. Boomer's got another hero point.
Oh.
Sorry, I forgot to spend the.
Oh my god, I did it!
Yes!
Best character ever.
Excellent.
Oh,
You've
our
done two.
hero points on a roll today.
Oh, yeah. Wicked. Okay, so which one did you do? The red one or the blue one?
The blue one.
Okay. So you kind of reach over, and underneath, the kind of frondy parts of their head of the mushroom, there's kind of weird open pustule type bits on the top of it, and it stinks. You're going to reach your hand into the slimy stem, and there you find the air sac, and you're like, and it's out. So you've deactivated.
You missed the trick there, Pete. You could have said fleshy membrane.
I could have done, but I was, I'll leave that to you, Ben.
I want to get in on my mage stuff.
No, you and your fetid fleshy membranes. So you have the air sac of the Shrieker, so that one is no longer a problem.
One down.
I could put
14
this on
to go.
someone's chair before they sit on it.
Is that your
Dungeon
second-
Musings on YouTube has just said, I've jumped in midstream, but I take it we should be rooting for Team Bugbear, right? Hey there, how you doing, Kev? Thanks for joining us. Right, what else are you doing, Boomer?
One more action.
Oh,
Go for the red one.
Do the red one.
He's
got
got
enough
a
growth.
bonus now.
He's got enough
You're
growths
on
to...
You're on a roll. You're on
A
roll.
bonus because he's done one. He must know more what he's doing now.
Ah, yes,
Remember,
now
20's always come in
I'll let you
twos.
use your nature skill, but at the original DC 18 rather than the DC 20.
okay. I'm going to try and deactivate the red one.
I believe in you, Boomer.
Do it.
Unmembrane.
I believe in you, Boomer.
Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah, we're back. We're good.
Okay.
Apologies
Yeah,
everyone,
close.
we cheered too hard.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just made everything. Hang on.
Did you cross the
Yeah,
stream,
just,
Leon?
Yeah.
Is your wife downloading?
She
I
might
don't
be
know,
on
whatever
Netflix.
The latest Netflix. Yeah, that's
I'm
probably
going to
it.
text her and say, don't go on Netflix.
Tell her to get on Twitch or YouTube and watch the
Yeah.
stream.
That'll go down well.
Okay. Hang on. Is it all right now? Can you hear me?
It looks
Yep.
still a bit
Yeah,
choppy
yeah.
on
Yeah,
my
I think we're
monitor on
can
okay.
hear you
YouTube.
just
It
fine.
seems to be okay on the stream stats went
Yeah.
for about 2 seconds
Yeah,
there.
Twitch
Cheers,
seems to
so
have
hard the
sorted
stream
itself out.
exploded. Yeah, is it lagging? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
Police Forever says it's
It looks
lagging.
like it's back to normal on YouTube now.
Twitch does seem to have sorted itself out.
Okay, cool.
YouTube seems to have sorted itself out.
Okay, sorry about that.
Iwawa is being very complimentary on
Iwawa.
YouTube.
Okay.
Iwawa.
Oh, thank you, Iwawa.
Sounds like a name for one of your northern dwarves.
Howdy, yes.
Iwawa.
Okay. Right. Cool. Stream seems to be